Welcome back to TMS TV. We are live from the show floor at the meeting show at Excel London. It's day 2. There's still a lot of activity. Delegates still pouring in. And I'm joined by Lene, who is the Vice Chair of the industry charity Meetings Needs. Hi, Lene. How's it going?
It's going really well, James. Thanks for having me.
Have you had a good second day?
Yes, it's been very good. Very busy day yesterday. Still a buzzing floor today. So, yeah, loving it.
Great. So it's the 20th, can you believe it, the 20th anniversary of Meetings Needs. Can you just give people a sense of how the charity has evolved over that period?
Yes, I mean, it's been an amazing 20 years. We've grown from being a relatively small charity group, maybe not so known by the industry when we first started out. Then over many years, many knew us primarily from the M&IT Awards, but we have now grown to doing all sorts of activities throughout the year, from the Royal Parks Half Marathon to Tough Mudder, people doing their individual fundraising, and a lot of the industry bodies hosting more charity evenings for us. And over the course of the 20 years, we've raised £1.3 million, which could only have been achieved with the support of everyone in our wonderful industry.
So how does it work? Is Meeting Needs, it distributes money,
yes,
but it's not a charity. Is it a charity in itself? Did I get that
right? I know what you mean. We're not a charity ourselves because we don't have a project. We are what I would call a charity foundation. We create fundraising platforms for events and professionals to raise money that we then distribute to courses around the world and in the UK championed by event professionals. So quite often a charity project, say for example in Africa, an event professional have been there, seen it, would like us to support. We then look at what funds have been raised, what's available. They put an application in and we support them with a grant. I see.
So this is coming from the industry. They see something they want to support and you facilitate that happening.
So I guess we're the platform for fundraising, because an individual can't just go and get money off people without being with a registered charity foundation. So there's the facilitating it, but also doing all the due diligence for the project. So we make sure the money ends up in the right hands. So we take care of all of that on behalf of the industry. But it's all the individuals out there who are actually bringing in the money, helping us fundraise and do good.
So you raise money yourselves, and then do you distribute money from your pot of funds to these charities?
To charities,
as well? And are there any charities, type of charities, or any kind of criteria that Meeting Needs likes or will favour over other charities?
First of all, we love projects that comes to us from someone in the industry. So we know someone's been to see it, it's close to someone's heart, often maybe to a company, they may have chosen a charity that they like to support. That is very important to us. But also that it's charities that are not getting funds from, let's say, the lottery or children in need, charities who have relatively little access to funding. There's criteria around how much of the funds they spend on overheads. So we want to make sure the money goes to the people who need it and are not spent on, let's say, salaries. So we really check all those things to ensure that everything's as it should be.
So sort of grassroots
charities. You could call them grassroots charities. We do see charities that we started out with when they were quite small. There's one called Just a Drop that was actually championed by a lady in our industry called Fiona Jeffries, who was with WTM at the time. And that has now grown to quite a big charity. So we've gone from being able to support to kind of say they can stand on their own feet now and they have access to more funds from others. Because unfortunately, it's often so the bigger charity is, the more money they have the opportunity to get hold of. When you're small and have relatively limited resources, then that's when you really need someone to help you off the ground.
And some causes are less quote unquote glamorous than others, aren't there? Some causes are a little more sort of...
I guess so. I suppose it depends very much on who's putting it forward, and we've supported anything from building schools in Africa to wells in Africa as well, but also in the UK we've recently supported a mentoring ship for children who have lived in foster care their whole life, and as they leave needs that extra springboard and that extra confidence to go out and conquer the world. So we are sending them out on some different day trips where they learn skills, they do the Three Peaks Challenge, things like that, to build their confidence. There could be many different things. It's not just, we're trying to basically do 50-50, UK and abroad.
Do the charities have to be UK based? Or
No, not necessarily. We do want someone, we like what we call boots on the ground.
Yeah.
That we have had someone to see it. It is nice and preferred if there is someone in the UK that we can deal with, but it hasn't always been the case. But it does make things easier.
So looking to the second half of the year, you've got a new chairman, haven't you?
Yes, we have Chris Parnham from WeSpace has recently joined us. Very excited about having Chris on board, known by many in the industry and a big supporter of meeting needs through his time on the site board.
Yeah.
So when Chris came to us and was interested, we were delighted to have him on.
And what are your plans for the next half of the year?
So next week we're launching our annual auction, which has got some fabulous prizes on there. We'll make sure everybody gets a link so you can all go and bid on it. But again, these prizes are all donated by everyone in the industry. So that will run from now until the M&IT Awards, where we will announce the results, which of course is a fabulous evening for us all in the industry. We've got the Royal Parks Half Marathon coming up in October, where we are fielding 40 runners, and that wonderful event last year raised £26,000. So they're the two sort of key activities coming up within the next 6 months, I think.
Great stuff. So just to wrap this up, if someone wants to find out more about Meetings Needs, there's presumably a website they can go to?
Yes, they can go to our website or they can contact anybody from the board. All our contact details are on there. It's meetingneeds.org.uk. But anyone who wants to get involved with as little and as much, we welcome all the support we can get, and it's a massive thank you. It's our 20th anniversary. Thank you to everybody who supported us. Thank you to North Star and to the Meeting Show for being a wonderful partner. We couldn't do it without you.
Thank you, Lene. You do a great job for the industry, and the charity does a fantastic work. So if you want to check it out, it's
www.meetingneeds.org.uk.
meetingneeds.org.uk. So that's all for now. I'm back in 10 minutes. So go and get yourself a cup of coffee or whatever you do when I'm not here, and see you soon.